I was playing a game, or something, Counter-Strike, Dota, or everything, I was just click on the other monitor and I just got close the game. And this is how to not
got it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the dance.
Illusion. I'll take that. I remain the seeds of fortune.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Dire victory.
Fleshlight! No stay for a soul! Fleshlight! No stay for a soul!
觉得刚刚那首歌是特地为大家。
Time flies.
Vanity. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blinded to life.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Beaten blade.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
My wings lead where your
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Those things that me wait in the wings.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wicked sick. Nice try. Damn it!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That should help.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Get over here! From the outside!
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That won't happen again.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega kills. Dire's ancient is under attack.
Flashlight!
Radiant victory. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration! Bountiful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Death's bounty.
For the treasury.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Cut off me palm. Precious bounty. I'll take that. Precious bounty.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
A tide to the inhabitants.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. LGD's turn to ban.
Underlord. Definitely think you get rid of the Terrorblade against LGD. It just seems like the hero they're most comfortable playing with.
There's Dark Willow, there's Gyrocopter, there is Tiny.
I like what MINESKI does improve of banning out 3 cores, especially in a game 1. We're talking about BO5 meta. I think you force LGD to show the other cores they're comfortable with as soon as possible, specifically for Yang on the offlane, because we really only, or sorry, not Yang, Chalice on the offlane, because I've only really seen him impress me on Underlord so far.
And Beastmaster, I think.
Yeah, that's the other hero that they're also, that's the only other offlaner they're willing the first 2. And these first 2 offlaners, especially when you have such greedy cores like maybe an Ame, open up your draft a lot to give them more favorable matchups.
We talked about this too, right? If LGD's offlaner, probably going to suffer a little.
LGD.
A little bit is an understatement.
Yeah, you can get a rough matchup. And then we also talked about how the offlaner has many ways to find how teams initiator.
Yeah.
You go for the tempo here. Chalice.
LGD's turn.
AA?
Yeah, should be A +1 against DP.
Yeah. Of course. It's a choice. It's literally AA Tiny or AA Gyro. Those are like, that's just the direction you're going in this meta.
Tiny is, I guess, I would say against DP a little bit better than Gyro because you do provide the burst to kill it, to kill her.
10 seconds
I agree.
remaining.
So you need a save now. Tusk.
It's probably Tusk.
LGD's turn.
It's just, yeah, it's going to Tusk. Just kidding. Pangolier wasn't banned, guys. We forgot about that one. Interesting.
He's not a save, but Pangolier's Pangolier.
Yeah, there's other options, though. They've shown that they're willing to pick Oracle. There's obviously the Tusk. There was OD until very recently. This is a treat, and this is something I like from LGD. If you think you can beat Pango, see if you can beat it in game 1, because it's still going to be a hero MINESKI's not really comfortable with. I mean, doesn't matter how good Ice is on the hero. They've only played it a couple times. You lose one game with it, maybe it's now just dead for the rest of the series.
Yeah. Doubt where it's like
5 seconds.
Yeah.
No, it gives you a lot of like draft edge because in the first game, if you defeat Pango, then you don't have the burden to ban the hero anymore.
Right.
It gives you more options.
It also means that if they do win the first game, MINESKI, then LGD then consider that a first round ban, which then moves either the Omni out or maybe even the Prophet out of the bans.
Yep, they're banning out the lane matchups. Monkey King ban.
Yep.
The other hero I talk about a lot against Pango will be the Naga.
Yep, I would agree. You just actually take him out of the Rolling Thunder with a net. You need a Lincolns to be able to...
Dagger, no, you save your dagger. Like when you ulti, you don't use your dagger. First, you see the net getting thrown and you try to dodge it. That's the other way to play around it.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and it was outstanding.
The team items.
And like
Yeah.
always kind of...
It's a much tankier build than the public build, should we say.
Or the Zai build. Although Zai did...
Zai was the 4, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 4, yeah.
I like Pango as well, just as in this matchup, because I think that that's how you want to play against a hero like AA. You just want to sustain through the ultimate. And if you have a pipe hero, it's much easier to do just that.
Yeah, and not only against the Pango, Naga will be great against DP. DP pops ulti, song, bye-bye, see you later.
Yep.
And also, both teams, there's...
Yep.
Chen AA, I'm not a big fan of that, like together as a support duo.
Well, they might not pick it.
I actually really like it. We ran that in a couple games, Bucharest Major, in a lot of scrims. We had a lot of success with it because you just have such strong early game. You just drop a chilling touch, penitent somebody, and you can literally just kill them with supports.
And the rest of the heroes will need to make up for the lack of stuns.
Yeah, you run it with like, you know, the DKs, the Void, which is obviously banned, Tiny is acceptable, even Gyrocopter works with it, but we'll see where they go here. I think Naga's an acceptable pick in this spot, but do they like Naga enough? I've seen FY play it. He was like the first guy to popularize that Meteor Hammer build.
Hey, you talk about the Chen though, but I'm not sure about the Chen because both of them are played by Daryl. Daryl will play both the heroes, and I'm not sure if Jabs is practiced enough with Pango.
I don't think you pick the Chen. You just go. MINESKI has it real easy. You just pick your supports. Think about what hero you want to put Mushi or Moon on.
I guess Tusk, you get the save and you get the combo with the.
Yeah, the Tusk. I'm sure that if Tusk is available, they're going to take it. I've seen that combo with Pango. There's really no replacement to just essentially creating a pinball of stunning,
Clockwork.
rolling
The other one would be
damage.
Clockwork.
Yeah, but Clock's just
Clock is
so underwhelming as a hero. You don't have the ability to just save your core and have him BKB immediately out of it.
They're taking a long time. I mean, in general, LGD doesn't pick their they leave the support to last. So they want more burst against DP, the corrosive haze.
Maybe
there might be there might be an idea behind the Slada, like maybe
you can use haze on the Pango while rolling, right? Because that is
you right click and kill him.
Yeah, exactly. That allows you to right click him during the ult pretty hard. It's also a good hero with the AA, but
is it better than the Naga?
I'm not sure. It's just for the damage amp, and if they synergize it with one of these like range cores that they favor for Ame, I can see it. I'm just not a huge fan of it in this game, especially with MINESKI still having 2 supports available.
Still have the toll, right? Which
yeah.
Quite frequent.
I think Oracle just skyrocketed in value for MINESKI as well. I think the synergy with their draft is excellent, and it's my favorite support to play against AA. It also is really good against Slardon. Yep. It's just too good to not pick. There's the PA. Good call, Winter. I am not a fan of picking it that early, though. And if you look at their draft, look at all the single target from LGD. They don't have that team fight, and that's part of the reason I'm such a huge fan of these first 3 bans from MINESKI, because without Beastmaster Underlord, like what offlaner are they going to pick?
Hey,
it's the last pick, too.
That Oracle comes out. Your Huskar sense is tingling again.
I think it would be a very difficult.
Hey, hello. So we get a Willow and a Pango in the same game.
It's a great pick here. Excellent synergy with the Oracle, and it's super strong against LGD's lineup. Look at like when he goes Shadow Realm, what actually kills him?
10 seconds remaining.
It's interesting too because they have this dual rotations combo now, and there's so much peel. I look at LGD's lineup, and I just think to myself, okay, they're going to try and kill somebody, and if there's any save whatsoever, they're going to get crushed in this team fight. MINESKI also with the ability to last pick a core hero, be that they're 1 or 2. Feel like you just pick some sort of
Troll, Sven.
Not Sven. You get kited too easily. You want something more mobile. You already have your frontliner. PL would be interesting. I like PL, but you might want something to synergize, like to help you through the early game. You don't. I feel like your timing.
I don't like that ban.
I knew it was going to come though. That's why I pointed at the screen because as soon as they saw that Oracle, they were like, "We're not getting Huskard again. It's not happening."
Yeah, but they have AA though.
I feel like you shouldn't be afraid of that hero in this spot. Do they go? Maybe they go for an SF here. Could be a really strong SF game. You don't want something that has to utilize regen just because the AA. You prefer a BKB hero, like a BKB Manta builder with high HP, but that not like a DK hero. Something that survives based on his skill set more so than like regeneration or tankiness, because you kind of just get exploded at a point. You already have the DP Pango frontlining. I want something that does some high damage. Could see a Puck perhaps, but then they fall off a bit. The Puck Willow combo might compensate for that. I could see Shadow Fiend.
Gyro's still there.
Gyro's not bad, but you probably could just get away with Gyrocopter, to be honest. Okay.
We can get revenge. Wow.
Gives them another save.
Really solid pick against the AA. A lot of it's a lot of single target on them too, but they have the Willow Pango to compensate. It's a different story. Not sure what LGD goes for with this pick. I feel like it has to be like a Tinker, some hero.
I feel like it's gonna be a team fight hero though.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what you get with the Tinker. It needs to be some sort of spellcaster. I don't think you can pick DK so much single target. Batmancer, there you go. Yeah, that's
much
what
better.
that works.
That's actually much better.
Just if you look at them though, what happens when MINESKI tries to go high ground in 20 minutes with a pipe? Do they actually have enough damage?
They have no stuns to kill, like to stop the Pango ulti as well.
All right, time for some grand final predictions. Jack, we'll start with you.
Willow and not betting again.
Okay, Winter.
That's already a good point. Willow and Pango.
Yeah.
On the same team, and they don't have a stun to stop the Rolling Thunder apart from getting a helm and getting a creep. So I'm just going to go with MINESKI this time.
Okay.
Production, you know where I'm going with this.
Kyle.
It's game
You're
1.
crazy.
Look.
You're crazy.
We'll see who's crazy in about 60 minutes. I'm just going to state for the record that these are championship drafts. It makes the job of analyst pretty difficult for those of us without real experience. But I think LGD is going to.
All right, okay. Plenty of banter to come, of course, throughout this one. It's a best of 5. The road has only just begun for MINESKI and LGD. Let's go to the arena and join your grand final commentary team of Odie, Pixel, and Fog.
Thank you, Red Eye. And yes, here we are, LGD versus MINESKI. What a grand final matchup. We've just seen the two lineups, and we got a lot of fun here. I mean, depending on how you see it, there's a bit of OS Frog here and there.
Yeah, this is the first tournament where there's Pango, and they're excited for it too.
You know, they heard you speak. But yeah, Pango, Willow on one side, the other side, we got a couple of combos from LGD, the Slard RPA, the Veno AA. What do you reckon? The panel was pretty split. Kyle did his bets with LGD, but MINESKI was sort of the overriding favored here off the draft. What do you reckon?
I mean, there's the new heroes on MINESKI, right? We saw what Jabs can do, in particular on the Dark Willow yesterday. He was taking over the game, killing cores pretty much by himself, and we've seen what Ice 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 can threaten with that Pangolier. I mean, I'm just excited. I just want to sit back and watch this game, man. Yeah, it's going to be great.
We had a brilliant series yesterday from LGD and MINESKI in a best of 3, so we can only hope for even more here in the best of 5. And already today, LGD, of course, showing us that they are bringing the best earlier against Virtus Pro. And here we have it.
LGD trying to get aggressive right off the bat, going top. Both teams are actually trying to scout things out. You see, they actually placed the ward from the tree line there from Ninja Boogie. Kind of expecting this aggression at the beginning.
30 seconds.
Very close to one another up top. We'll see if either side gets a grab, but it seems she keeping the distance.
I hope Jabs and Ice 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 actually lane together. Seeing a Pango Willow dual lane, we'll see what the new heroes can really accomplish versus the old school heroes.
Down here at the moment, Armate. Got to keep himself safe, but certainly a game as you said, you know, Jabs, we've seen him before, had the potential to kill off cores on his own on the Dark Willow. At any point of this game where the PA does not have a BKB quite finished up, this hero is very vulnerable if the Willow can get on top of her with the Bedlam.
Pretty cool the storyline we have coming into this too. We have a lot of teammates on both sides. We have Ice Ice versus FY. We have Nana versus people have played together in the past in their regions, etc. So a lot of stories coming out between this. We're already gonna have a bit of a battle up top. They're trying to get the creep wave. Chalice
should have it for now. I mean, Mushi
gonna get controlled up a bit here.
Gonna take a lot of damage for this. Van Mushi, if he can sort of buy the time, he's gonna have magic missile back up in 5 seconds. He may not even need it with the right clicks. This should be a chance as long as he can keep it range for the stun and each mana. One more touch, he needs it, and he's got it. Mushi finds first blood as he chases down Chalice. FY will still get the pull from the creeps, but a nice bit of a bonus there for Mushi to start the game with.
Brambles, and the first Brambles and the first Swashbuckler off the mark. Xnov able to juke it out. But yeah, Chalice tanking that whole creep wave, gets punished by that long root of Ninja Boogie with Mushi.
See indeed, this bottom lane, the Dark Willow Pangolier lane. Something that we haven't really got the treat to see in competitive Dota, because most of the time teams will just not let both of these heroes through the draft, but somehow MINESKI get their hands on both of them, and Jabs, Willow, and Ice 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 Pango, some of the best on these two heroes, as we have been seeing here at DAC. Let's see how LGD can deal with it. Make a bit of an opening onto Jabs.
Such a crazy adaptation in drafts. Already off the first game.
Something just a little bit different being tried by both sides, specifically bringing the PA into the mix in a grand finals, a hero that is not the go-to core at all.
No, definitely not. And also, I mean, on the other side too, MINESKI busting out the Oracle again. They picked it versus the AA, but it's still going to be, it could be a very tough game for Ninja Boogie. He has to be very, very timely with all of his spells. Those Dispels, those Fate's Edict to block the magic damage, as well as that ulti timing. Versus AA, it's very crucial to get the ulti as the Frostbite is wearing off, so you can get that full heal applied right after Frostbite is there. So we'll see how much he's able to do on it, because it can be pretty difficult to get the timing every time.
Across the map, as we're seeing the mid lane at the moment, a slight edge for Tiny, as expected with that tree. Only ever so close between the two.
Yeah, I've actually seen this matchup a decent amount in the past. When they first changed Tiny, I saw it happening. I think it was like Ace versus SCCC, and Ace was the Tiny. He beat the Death Prophet a couple times. So it is expected, but it's very minimal at this time. 13-2 to 11-1.
Slight pause here, so apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys and girls watching at home. Should be able to get them sorted quickly, and we did. We're back on with the game. Notice that as well, as you can see with that nice little shiny icon, Pango. Ice has got a few levels on that hero. Dota Plus.
What is it? How many?
I think that's level 5 at least.
What? Okay.
They did change the levels, so it's a little bit easier to get.
Okay, that's true.
They changed the scaling.
Fair.
And not to say he hasn't played it a lot, because Ice certainly has.
Pressure, down bottom, Jabs.
Get away with it here, Jabs is going to tick down low. Final touch indeed from X-Nova, finishes him off. GD sells their own kill on the board.
Yeah, they got a bit over aggressive there versus PA. They don't really have the damage to take her out just yet, too. So, little over eager there by MINESKI. And Ice isn't really last hitting in the greatest fashion down bottom either. 7-0 to the 14-4 of the PA.
All in all, across the map, no one really losing too much out of farm. Mushi slightly behind on the top lane, safe lane, Vengeful Spirit, as you can see, 11 for 1. And yeah, say that slight lead in terms of off lanes, favoring LGD at the moment.
Yeah, right now the cores, I would say, I guess, on LGD are farming a bit better, but you see Ninja Boogie has 7 last hits, so that's like he has a decent amount of net worth on that part.
Very, very close. Opening really between the two sides and two teams, two lineups that we are yet to see any sort of rotations come through. Very static lanes for the first 3 minutes.
Kind of cool that they've transitioned into full 2-1-2s we were seeing in the past in the other tournament, in the other brackets and everything. It was becoming these tri lanes that turned into just dual roam. Now it's just strictly that 2-1-2 to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed in the laning phase.
See up top, Chalice. Gale out onto Ninja Boogie. FY looking to close the gap. Boogie had to get himself through the tree line back underneath the tower, so a dive too far that LGD will not choose to take. Bottom lane, Nova. Let's get caught out by the root. Ice heads over, grabs the invis. Somnus is coming over to help Nova. Make sure that Ice and Jabs don't try and finish off the AA.
Needing heavy harassment.
Starting to salve up, Mushi clears his way through, has the wave of terror. FY's going to back up Chalice. Mushi's got to be careful now. FY with the double 13. Mushi trying to turn beat down Chalice, gets the magic missile out. Can he finish off the Venomancer with the right clicks? Chalice falling low. There, they'll finally finish him, but again, FY, second crush, will get the return kill. A 1-for-1 trade. FY, he is trying to see if he can chase down for more. Ninja Boogie sat up Clarity as well as he cuts through the trees. FY, third crush. More damage onto the Ninja Boogie, but Ninja Boogie going to be able to get back there. There's the TP now coming back in from Mushi as he respawns, and Ninja Boogie will be fine.
He stepped in a bit too close there, getting hit by that the initial stun when he was trying to help Mushi. That really hurt them out, and now Mushi's back.
Actually going to whip the gale here. Somnus is going to come in with a rotation. This may just catch Mushi off guard. Somnus will look towards Ninja Boogie. Boogie has the magic immunity, but Somnus will just continue to punch through him. Ninja Boogie looking for the jukes, but he's not going to make it away. Somnus finds the pick off, but at the same time, Mushi able to punish FY. Movement starting to come in from both sides of this top lane. Turns into a bit of a battlefield.
A very early move coming out from Somnus. We now see FY ports, refill, and Somnus more than likely head back mid. He might actually be able to make a secondary play here, but the scan comes out, and they're going to actually know that he's staying here for the moment. But Mushi has to be careful to not have the Slardar tossed on top of him here.
And here it comes straight in on top of him. FY flying in from the heavens, landing straight upon Mushi. Mushi tries to stone with the magic missile, but with 3 heroes upon him, there's no chance for the Vengeful Spirit.
Man, they actually caught the scan there too, so they were kind of put off, even though they knew that he was there.
And this is certainly the lane that's starting to be the biggest of worries for MINESKI, considering the CS. As you can see, Mushi really falling behind now, but LGD have been able to focus him on the top lane. Bottom, quick shadow around with a TP out, will get Jabs back to safety.
So Ninja Boogie now puts 2 wards in the top lane, they want to protect Mushi. He's already struggling like you were mentioning, and they want to double up on that. So during that, Moon was able, or Nana, whichever you want to call him, Death Prophet in the mid lane, caught heavily back up in the last hits because of Somnus' rotations.
Now Ice as well has started to be able to get a little bit of farm out of this spot.
Yeah, I think leaving him alone actually is probably the better option now. Jabs can make moves on the map, because he's not really going to, it's not too likely he'll die. He has the double escape mechanics, as we see there, because they don't really have the hard lockdown.
Yeah, it's very hard to get on top of Ice, unless he uses the swashbuckle aggressively to clear out the wave. And every time he should be able to get himself back to safety. Mid lane, as you say, Moon, continuing to just go uncontested. Since Somnus left the lane, he hasn't quite been back.
He's actually maybe he's stacking his own jungle a bit and clearing it. He actually threw the at a stack while clearing the big camp. Chalice top, now with the rotation from Jabs.
Trying to make a move, setting up with the Curse Crown. Jabs will be held back. White has the crush, holds the two of them there. Still a root flies onto Chalice, but Chalice will be fine. Keeps the distance, starting to spam down these wards, and well, MINESKI taking quite a bit of damage in return. As they back up, get underneath their tier 1 tower. FY constantly on the look for aggression with his crushes.
The obnoxious poison sting from those plague wards. They also, Chalice had several one charges, so they didn't want to go for that dive play. That mid lane, incredibly even because Somnus has those 2 kills, and like I was mentioning, he's been clearing some jungle camps, some stacks that he had provided for himself. And the nice thing too is, when he makes that first gank top on the Tiny, and then he disappears on the map and is just jungling, it kind of puts a little bit of a threat onto MINESKI. That's why we've seen them not go for those aggressive plays so far.
Move, yeah. Ninja Boogie and Jabs both moving to babysit Mushi on the top lane, making sure that Mushi can feel confident to find the farm. Now this level 5 at the moment, FY nearly hitting onto 5. Bardos are getting good XP there between the two of them, thanks to the action that they've managed to kick off. So Size, he's got the Soul Ring and the Arcane Boots finished, so he can keep the spam pretty high. Yeah. Just to look to keep Arme on his toes, but Arme with this pretty much free lane now, supports are left, getting a lot out of it. Let's see if they can find something with this setup. Chalice, focus down here by Ninja Boogie, they'll get him with the Purifying Flame Juke, that's one. Jabs. Apex Nova, can they get anything more out of this? The Cold Feet will proc onto Mushi. Like the Venge, but MINESKI able to kill off LGD's offlane, Chalice.
Yeah, Ninja Boogie already being level 5, and the aggressive swap instantly coming out, but now some rotation. Chalice going to be going back top, and Somnus is sticking in the jungle, so they don't know where this Tiny is during all of this on the side of MINESKI. So the build for Ice, I would imagine it's just going to be what, like the blink into some Guardian Greaves pipe this game, so it'd be that protector. Maybe not the full pipe, but versus Veno AA, it could be likely. I think just wanting to double down, get the extra heals for that Oracle ulti on the Death Prophet. He wants to be playing more of that like supportive kind of role, even though they have a Vengeful Spirit. So level 6 on Ninja Boogie now as well.
So if they can set up for something else with the swap.
I saw MINESKI do this as well yesterday when they were playing with the Dark Willow. They're like, all right, Jabs, you're taking the safe lane. Your levels are very important in this game. We've seen how much damage this hero can do. So they try to make these aggressive moves around the map to ensure that that Dark Willow gets very, very farmed.
Gonna head up, finds X-Nova, trying to find some levels, but Moon and Mushi quickly take him out of the lane.
And Ninja Boogie during that smoke gets a ward down so they can keep tabs on where Somnus is, since he's been off the map for quite a while. And an Exorcism now.
Putting some heavy pressure onto this tier 1 tower. TP will come back through from X-Nova as he respawns. If anyone else wants to head in to help out, and FY, he will join the cause. Looking to just try and slow down Moon a little bit. Minimize the damage that he's going to be able to get done to this tier 1 tower to put the fortification. But there's a bit of a wraparound coming in from Mushi.
With the DD rune.
He's looking to kick things off. Opens up onto X-Nova with a burst from the Cryptstorm, and they've got it. Now FY tries to turn with the crush, but he has to be careful. He's still on his own, FY, and the space will be there. But MINESKI to finish off that tier 1 tower mid on top of getting that support kill.
Mushi going toward top. Jabs is now level 6. Chalice has to be careful of this wraparound here.
Even a TP coming in from Ice as well. They want this Venomancer, and they'll certainly get him. They don't even need Ice. Jabs and Mushi with the setup. Making some quick moves now, MINESKI. But the same can be said for LGD as Somnus has got that Blink Dagger complete. We'll see what sort of an impact he can find.
Oh, he might be able to find Mushi here.
Pretty low, and in fact, he's going to get in onto the 2, and then Mushi, though, not quite enough damage to kill him.
Switches to treads, has the raindrops, just enough to survive through that.
Not the Blink Dagger reveal that Somnus would have hoped.
And very deep wards by MINESKI. Before, when they took that mid tower, we saw the one they placed in the jungle, they even doubled down to watch the hard camp as well. They realized that they're playing versus a PA. This hero, you're going to get to that farming point as well, just like the Tiny was to get that blink. So keeping tabs on those heroes is ideal.
Ame closing in on the Demon Edge Bunny towards his Battle Fury. This pace looking to make very good time on the PA. Game stands 7 for 4, favoring MINESKI. Less than a 1k lead. incredibly close coming out of these lanes, similar to what we saw, at least in the second game between these teams, who have proven to be very, very evenly matched.
I think Mushi has to play like extremely aggressively in this game, making constant rotations, because he's not going to out-farm a PA. He's going to struggle a bit versus the Tiny as well to keep that farm up. So I think just constantly putting pressure onto LGD is the right move, and they're making the move down toward bottom with Exorcism available in 5. Trying to get this tower and a big kill.
See if Mushi can get the swap set up. They'll find Nova on the side. Nova instantly bursted. Bam.
Back. Exorcism.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
GG,
attack.
they are smoked up trying to find something here, but they changed their mind from going. Lost the AA. They need that Ice Blast and those kills, as we've seen. The kill threshold for the Tiny is not there at the moment.
Moon having a very clean Death Prophet performance. They had a great laning performance. He got a free lane essentially after Somnus left it after a while, and
yeah,
2 exorcisms, 2 towers. They're hitting the Titans, but mid lane Somnus in quickly looking for the burst, but the Shadow Realm's there in time. Even with the crush, this is going to be enough to keep the. It's incoming. It will connect. False Promise will. Too low beneath the threshold. Jump ball from my side. Gets the return kill. The Rolling Thunder. Support trade.
Jabs actually, he scouted the ward out, or the smoke out initially when he was in the river. They put a ward down, they saw him, so then they fully committed for the kill. And Chalice now pressuring and farming in the enemy jungle. Has the Dominator finished. Seeing the power of the Dominators more and more this tournament.
Dagger for Ice thanks to that kill. He's very, very close himself to having it. And, he still stands pretty much even with Chalices, like Venom Farm. Just a few hundred ahead. So close between these cores at the moment.
Yeah, and that Blink Dagger on Ice is gonna give him a lot more team fight as well as just ways to catch heroes. Because right now it's kind of like the Venge swap into his stuns. Oracle isn't really the most guaranteed cat. Fortune Zen's not really so great for so long. So that's gonna make MINESKI able to actually start the fights and initiate rather than have to like sacrifice Mushi or put him in an awkward spot. Nice. Getting pressured a bit here. The Ice Blast as well.
I'm going to pop it both, but he rolls his way out with the TP. He's rolling out of there. Goodbye, sir. Quick roll and a TP back to base from Ice.
So their jungle and their top lane is pressured heavily, so they actually have to smoke up there. Put LGD out.
So they're going to run into Somnus. Instant blink reaction. Gets himself away from the smoke, but Nova may not be as fortunate. Moon trying to chase down with the Siphon Stone on the sidelines. Mushi's caught out Chalice for the magic missile. Jabs is going to head up top to help out Chalice as well as Ninja Boogie. They're hunting for him. Chalice trying to move his way through the jungle. He goes for the TP out. Is he going to make it in time?
Mushi misclicks.
The crowd were happy with that.
Mid lane, they find Ice now.
They do. So what was that?
He clicked his teammate to swap. They were standing on top of each other, yeah.
They were right on top of each other. They miss swap.
Costly. So we mentioned this yesterday. Death Prophet, when you're playing with Oracle, you tend to see the Blink Dagger picked up way earlier because when you're False Promised, you're not taking damage, so you're able to blink and reposition yourself very consistently in the team fights.
Why? 200 golden dagger. Then be there for the Vladar too.
Ame's been left alone for the majority of this game. 122 last hits, Battle Fury done.
Getting a lot of space.
Now they're looking to put some pressure on him though. The rotations from the 2 new heroes.
See what they can do. Ice, he's going to lead in. Rolling Thunder, the early bit of control. Jump back in with the Blink Dagger, gets the second stun. He's looking for the rotation to find, can't quite find the angle, but he may need it. Comes in with a swipe struggle, or maybe he did. It's not Ame. Now going to turn, he's jumping over to Ice. Tries to bounce himself away. Oh! Ice will survive.
Now Somnus could be in trouble too here. Mushi?
This going to be rooted. No. Quick blink away to juke it out. He'll make it out of there. Moon looking for the chase down onto Chalice. This very farm Death Prophet. Moon at 16 minutes with the Blink Dagger and Yule Scepter. Lots of catch potential from himself. He certainly had to be worried about, but MINESKI indeed getting that very important kill. Just knocking Ame off the map for a bit. Ice, just surviving.
Going for his own tanky item first, getting that Vanguard on Ice. So he doesn't get brought down by that PA as we saw almost happening down bottom. And Mushi, even though 6-2-2, His last hits are the thing that's suffering because he has to be making these moves in the early game. 5th on that net worth compared to Chalice. Is the opposing offlaner who's 0 and 4 has 300 more gold than him.
See Mushi continue to be even more active once he has the Shadow Blade complete.
Yeah. FY already has a Blink Dagger on this Slardar. They might look to just get aggressive here with this. They can also like sneak road in some situations with that Slardar, with that PA.
See what they can get done. 3-man smoke coming out from LGD. FY ready to lead the charge, or they could look for this instead.
That's what we were saying.
And they got.
It's not. MINESKI were pinging it before they even started it, though. And this is the dream place for a Pangolier.
They know what's going on. Ice, Ice, Ice. Looking to lead in. Has the Rolling Thunder. Catches out one. He's chasing down Arme. Keeping Arme forced down the pit. FY goes to the crush. Tries to get himself away from Moon. But the Rolling Thunder from Ice comes in. Holds Chalice down. Chalice will to the side. FY. Now seeing if he can re-engage. Somnus has been able to pick up Ice, Ice, Ice on the side of it all. FY jumps in with a false promise there from Ninja Boogie. Buying time for Jabs. Jabs goes in with the Shadow Realm with the Bedlam onto Nova. Will finish off the AA. But Jabs, he's in trouble because Ice is there with the... Sorry, FY's there with the crush and they found 2. LGD come out on top. They're able to protect themselves around the pit and they're straight back in there.
And with the Veno, look at the positioning of all those Veno wards. He's securing this Roche area.
Somnus as well, just holding on the high ground, ready for any sort of attempt, and FY will instantly crush and walk himself away. Somnus coming with the counter play, but Mushi there with the save for FY. He's there with a chase, gets the kill. On to Ninja Boogie. Mushi's hiding. He's open. He's going for the Chappie. I don't know if it's going to pay off, and it's not. They've got all the AoE in the world. Mushi will fall. LGD starting to break apart MINESKI around this pit.
The Pangolier just gets hit by a dagger, it crits him, brings him down to half health, and then Tiny's able to just jump in and finish him off. They didn't have Exorcism at the start of that fight either. Moon was still on cooldown for a slight moment. LGD taking advantage of that corrosive haze and this farm PA.
3K lead now with that Aegis and Roshan in the bag.
Excellent decision making coming out from them there.
Very sweet little plays there from FY and his Slardar. Constantly moving from target to target, keeping pressure heavily onto MINESKI's lineup. We'll see this again around the pit.
So you see Death Prophet ulti still on cooldown. So Ice 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 is trying to make as much space as possible by going in here. But look at his health already. One dagger, chunked all the way down. So he has to back up and gets caught out by maybe up on the high ground there. And then from there, MINESKI just has to go on full retreat.
Yeah, and then FY saying in with the first stun and short false promise there for Jabs.
LGD, they're not looking to slow down.
See what they can get done with this smoke.
They don't really have any long cooldown ultis. The only one they have is pretty much Veno. So they know they can keep this pace up.
Dire are scanning.
So they've got it. Does get scanned out here by MINESKI. So know that it is en route. I may have been spotted. Moon does have an invis room, but very hard for them to really kick in unless they catch them massively off guard. And they're going to attempt for it. MINESKI.
They had vision of top, so they saw them rotating.
Do you want something to get straight in? Infamous, but it's the Samuels onto FY. Back up inbound as MINESKI comes forward. Ice 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 sort of messes up the Rolling Thunder there. Can't get himself straight in as he hits the clip, but they're still going to try and chase. Ice 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 catches up to FY. FY he'll fall. But the rest of LGD hiding in the trees. Chalice will drop a ward down, so MINESKI will know he's about. Jump in for Somnus. He's able to go back in. The 3-man avalanche. Chalice with the ult. Deacon is going to fall as well. LGD, they found Ice Ice trying to hide in the tree, but Chalice forces across the cliff. Got the vision of Rivale's dagger, they've got the kill. LGD with that re-engage. Somnus making the jump, making the call to play, and the rest of the team back him up and clean up MINESKI.
Maybe is absolutely on fire this game. From his rotations early game to securing this heavy amount of farm. Blink SNY already.
Getting
on the way to the AC.
Well. He says he deserves it, and he's not wrong. The Somnus maybe.
And the thing about LGD's lineup is they're very damn going into later stages of the game. They've got a PA, they've got a Tiny, and they've got a Slardar with corrosive haze. You look at MINESKI's, they want to be way ahead at this point with the Death Prophet Venge core.
Finds another. Jabs walks up, gets caught out by a surprise. We'll see this play again up top. As the start, little like MINESKI may have a charge, maybe He
bounces
doesn't get the
backwards,
blink
yeah.
off correctly. Bangs into the walls. This is extra time where he can't instantly get in on FY. And this.
Look at the positioning too on the mini map of the Tiny. All the way up in that tree line, waiting for the perfect position for them to clump up.
Look at this.
Waits for it.
Here we go.
And finds it.
Straight in. 3-man avalanche. And then it all just breaks apart. No way for MINESKI to hold their own in that sort of fight. He wasn't even looking at the screen when he...
On an incredibly comfortable position versus this Venge DP course. 10k gold lead, 12k experience lead for them.
That's nice. I know he's down here. Trying to be sneaky.
Not the position MINESKI wants to be in.
Gonna cut the creep for FY. Very hard here of FY to catch. They do still have to push round. They get some damage onto the town. They'll take it out. Number town for LGD.
They're looking to brawl. 30 seconds left on this Aegis.
Armies with a full BKB, I believe, on his way up. May just want to wait for that. Get into his hands. MINESKI are prepping themselves for a full team fight behind this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, they're even throwing out the ice armor from the Ogre Frostmage to counteract that damage. Because you look at MINESKI and their Death Prophet ultimate is the majority that's going to be coming out, and then the other one is like Pango and Venge. But this ice armor is going to make a big difference.
There it is, a BKB on Arme. I believe there's still a double damage rune in the Bottle of Somnus. The Aegis will time out. No Aegis anymore for Arme's PA.
But he's got the BKB, like you said. And they've already got mech as well in Chalice, so they can re-engage with all this. I mean, they're sitting, this Veno's sitting at 27 armor.
Overall, 11k gold advantage at the moment for LGD. Off the back of these quick players that they've been able to find and force. And in FY, opening up, they're looking straight away towards Moon, he will use himself up. The Ice Blast debuff is upon him, Swamp is there. Mushi trying to get Moon back to safety. Terrorize will come through as they focus down Chalice. MINESKI, they've found one. Moon, he'll get a second. X-Nova falls. They've lost him, but so MINESKI here. Jump in from FY, holding down his Death Prophet Moon, trying to keep himself alive with the Spirit Cypher. Can he do it? Something's being forced away. Jump in, but they've lost him, Arme. With the BKB commit, the crit, triple kill for Arme. As he cuts MINESKI down from the backlines, comes in to join the team for the big kills.
What a way to start the fight and like move MINESKI out of position. They jump in, they get the crush, and they aggressively force staff the Death Prophet forward. Then the Swamp and the Oracle ulti come out at the exact same time, and they're able to just run over the fight because of this BKB and that DD as well on Tiny. Somnus lives with 20 HP.
FY, each and every time, this man in his initiations, he'd probably pay for this one. As they do manage to catch him left behind, but other than that, he's been leading the charge and overall definitely favoring LGD here in this game. 15k lead, and it really does feel we are getting to this point where the Vengeful Core, what does it offer in these fights other than a nice little aura? It's very hard for Mushi to play this game when he's been kept this far behind.
Yeah, we'll see this fight again. You see that, you'll see the aggressive force staff come out from Chalice as soon as FY commits in.
An extra bit of a gap, as you say, just forcing Mushi to have to use the swap to just keep Moon alive.
And it puts Mushi in an awkward spot too. They kill the Venomancer, but look, maybe he waits in the back, gets the kill quickly on Mushi instantly.
And just making a huge impact as Arme
drops down to like 20 HP.
Getting himself just far enough away. The smiles are out at the moment here.
I mean, they're feeling great. They've got a PA, a Slardar, and they're already this far ahead in the mid, before even the mid game and late game hits. The dream scenario for them.
I mean, what is the plan now for MINESKI? What do they sort of look towards in terms of actually being able to take these fights against LGD heroes?
I feel like they need to get one of these big kill streaks out, especially like on this, being able to kill the Tiny and try to isolate him. But the thing is, LGD's not really giving them the split up opportunities. I think maybe even just getting the BKB as well as that level 18 on the Death Prophet first to give them that extra damage, because it does seem they are lacking that damage still in the fights to kill this beast of a Tiny.
A surprise here, Somnus beating all the averages this game on his Tiny.
They're smoked up already with the haste through now in Tiny's bottle. Level 22 on this Phantom Assassin as well.
2 cores, absolutely terrifying. They're looking towards Moon.
Moon.
He's going to get jumped. Comes through. and he dies before his feet reach the ground off the top. The damage is too much. LGD, 2 easy kills. And now they're on to the high ground towards this tier 3 tower. They do have a buyback on Moon MINESKI, but the tower's gone. Moon will buy back, but these rags falling incredibly quick. The terrorize from Jabs will come through. Ice, get the stun onto this PA. They're doing a lot of damage here to Oliver the toss. Get Same out of there. Something's with the same play, but it will cost him his life. And then wide, tag teams in. They jump onto MINESKI. Mushi gets bashed up. Arlane's cleaning up. They're lost 4. They're going to lose Ice here as well. And LGD force the GG out of MINESKI in this game. 27 minutes in. They just steamrolled MINESKI after the lanes.
They really went away with this one so heavily. Mushi was making a lot of rotations around, trying to find these pickoffs, but Ame got way too farmed on this match, got left alone, and that sneak play with the corrosive haze, with the PA, they make the way in the Roche pit, take a great advantageous fight as well, and pretty much secure it from there. MINESKI, they needed to have the perfect early game with this, with their Venge DP cores. They needed to have everything work in their favors, and LGD, they countered it perfectly.
They did. They got the FY getting the fantastic timing on the Blink Dagger, and